everybody, welcome back to the 2018 Crochet Along, where we bring you one granny square every day for 365 days. If you're not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button down there so you can get updates every day when we post. And we always post our videos before the pattern goes live in group. If you're not in our group yet, though, also make sure if you'd like to join us in our group, there is a link in the description box down below as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we are on day number 77. And let me adjust my lighting here. I should have had that adjusted already. And today is called 16 Petals. Okay. So without further ado, this is what it looks like. And let's get started. Okay. So it looks tricky, it looks complicated, but rest assured, it really is not complicated at all. It's very simple. So you're going to start with your first color. We're going to be using 1, 2, 3 colors today. With your first color, do a magic ring or chain 4 and chain 4 and join into your first chain to form a ring. So go ahead and chain 3. This will count as your first double crochet, or you can do a chainless double crochet, whatever your preference is. I always like to do the chainless. If a lot of you watch my videos, then you know that's how I roll. And then we're going to work 15 more double crochets into our circle. So you should have a total of 16 double crochets. You're going to join into the beginning. If you did chain 3, you're going to join with a slip stitch into the third chain. If you did the chainless double crochet, well, then you will join with a slip stitch into your beginning chainless double crochet. Make sure you have 16 altogether, and when I have 16 double crochets in my ring, I will get back with you and we will begin round 2. Okay, so I've worked all the way around. I have 16 double crochets in my ring. So for round 2, there's 2 ways you can go about this. It's really a preference thing. You can chain 1 and it will not count as a stitch, and then work 2 half double crochets into the same stitch that we just joined into, or you can chain 2 and that will count as your first half double crochet, and then work another half double crochet into the same stitch. I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to work 2 half double crochets into the same stitch that I joined into. So if you joined into the top of a chain 3, then you'll work 2 half double crochets into the stitch. 1 and 2. And then you're going to work 2 half double crochets into the next stitch. And then you're going to work 2 half double crochet into the next stitch. And you're going to repeat this all the way around, working 2 half double crochet into each stitch around. You will have 32 half double crochet, so make sure to go back and count once you have finished that you have 32 half double crochet. Join with a slip stitch into your beginning half double crochet. And when I have completed round number 2, I'll get back with you and we will begin round number 3. Oh, I should mention, we are changing colors at the end of this round here, so go ahead and cut your yarn, and I'll get back to you when I have completed all of that. Okay, so round 3, we are joining into any stitch that we want to join into. I'll go ahead and I'll join right here. You can join wherever you want to join into. I like to kind of keep a lot of my strands. Maybe I'm not slip stitching today, you guys. There we go. Okay, I like to keep all of my tails in one spot, so as I'm working I can work them at the same time. So anyway, so now you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to skip 1 stitch, and then you're going to slip stitch into the next stitch. So here's where I began. I'm skipping the next stitch, and I'm going to slip stitch into the next one, and then chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip the next stitch, slip stitch into the next stitch. Okay, chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to repeat this all the way around. Skip 1, slip stitch in the next, chain 4 until you get back to the beginning. You will do this. You should have 16 chain 4 loops. You will join with a slip stitch into your beginning slip stitch here, and then you will not be fastening off. I'm not reading off my pattern today, you guys. I'm actually reading off of my husband's tablet, so it's kind of hard because when I write things down for pattern, when I'm describing things to you guys, it's a lot easier because I highlight things that I need to make sure that I say. So anyway, chain 4, skip 1 stitch, slip stitch in the next stitch. You should have 16 chain 4 loops. Join with a slip stitch into your beginning slip stitch. And when I've completed this, I will get back with you for round number 4. Okay, so round 4, this is what it looks like after the end of round 3. Mine's a little wonky because I'm using a really large hook on a very small yarn. So, and then again, I do that for demonstration purposes. So round 4, you're going to slip stitch into your chain 4 space. And you're going to chain 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you're going to skip 1 chain 4 space and slip stitch into the next one. Chain 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip the next chain 4 space and slip stitch into the next one. Chain 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat this all the way around. You should have 8 chain 6 loops at the end of this round, and we are not fastening off for this color either because in round number 5 we are going to work in all of these loops. So 8 chain 6 loops altogether. Okay, so I haven't finished off round 4 yet. I wanted to show you, you're going to skip your last chain 4 space here, and you're going to, after you chain your 6, and you're going to work a slip stitch into the first slip stitch, which it looks like I'm going to have issues with because even though I'm using a larger hook, I'm having issues getting into my slip stitches. There we go. Okay, now you're going to slip stitch into the chain 6 space. And you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to work a single crochet. Now you're going to work 2 half double crochets into the same chain 6 space. And now we're going to work 5 double crochet all in the same space. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're going to work 2 half double crochets into the same chain space here. So 1, 2, and now we're going to complete it with 1 single crochet into the same space. And there is your first petal formed. Now you're going to slip stitch into the next chain 6 space, not the chain 4, but the chain 6 here. Slip stitch over to it, chain 1, and then 1 single crochet, and 2 half double crochet, all in the same space. Now 5 double crochet. 2, 3, 4, 5. If I go too fast for you, remember you can slow down the video. Now you're going to work 2 half double crochet into the same stitch and then 1 single crochet to finish it off. There's petal number 2. Now you're going to slip stitch into the next, chain 1, half double crochet. I'm sorry, we're not doing single crochet. There we go. Single crochet, 2 half double crochet, 5 double crochet, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then 2 half double crochet. 1, 2, finish off with a single crochet. Okay, repeat this sequence all the way around in all of your chain 6 spaces. Be sure not to work into your chain 4s because it'll be awfully hard to get that many well, it wouldn't be that hard, but it would be awfully hard to get them. Something I'm going to advise you now, because I've already worked the pattern, so I know, before you get too far into making your petals here, when you work your single crochet, then your 2 half double crochets, and after you've made your first 3 double crochets, put a stitch marker into your 3rd double crochet, and then work your last 2 double crochets and your last 2 half double crochets and your last single crochet, and do this all the way around, because that's where we're going to be doing the last round. We're going to be working into the 3rd double crochet of every single petal that we're going to be making. Okay, so go ahead, finish this off, slip stitch into the next chain space, chain 1, single crochet, 2 half double crochets, 5 double crochets, 2 half double crochets, single crochet. Repeat, so on and so forth. When you get back to the beginning here, join with a slip stitch into your beginning slip stitch, and you will cut your yarn, because we will be using color C, and I will get back to you for round 6 when I've completed this. Okay, so here's the end of round number round number 5, and now we're going to begin on round number 6. This is what it looks like. Very lovely piece. If you chose really bright, I was really thinking about going really bright and vibrant, but I realized, oh, a lot of my pretty colors don't do well on the camera, which is unfortunate, because man, oh man, do I have some really pretty colors to work up. So anyway, you're going to join with color C now. You're going to join with a slip stitch into any unworked chain 4 space. So any chain 4 space that we did not put a slip stitch into when we were making our petals, we're going to be working into. All right, so go ahead and get your yarn ready, and I'm going to choose this one underneath this petal here. And then you're going to chain 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you're going to flip. We got to work in the next unworked one here. So now we're going to flip down our work so we can get to it, because we're going to work from behind, and we're going to put a slip stitch into the next unworked chain 4 space. Chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flip it back up if you want, and then we're going to our next unworked chain 4 space, which is right here, and we're working in the front. So perform a slip stitch and chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now into the next one, you're going to flip it down and perform a slip stitch into the next one. And you're going to keep doing this, alternating 3, 4, 5, 6, back and forth, making your chain 6s go front to back, front to back, front to back. So we just did it back. Now we need to go to the front to the next skipped chain 4 space, and we'll perform a slip stitch in there as well, and then we'll chain 6. So keep doing this back and forth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, until you get all the way back around to the beginning. Maybe if I can get my hook off my yarn. And this is what it's going to look like all the way around when it's completed. And you'll join with a slip stitch into your beginning slip stitch, just like we've been doing the whole round. You should have 8 chain 6 loops all the way around. And when I finish this and I have the 8 loops, I will get back with you and we will begin round number 7. Okay, so I finished off round 6. This is what it looks like here, as you can see. And now we're going to, for round 7, do what we did to make our petals on round number 5. Basically, we're going to be going back and forth behind our work, in front of our work. And I can see where a lot of people might get confused here, but again, I'm here to make it look easy. So our first strand, our first chain 6 right here, pull your petal down so you can find it. You're going to slip stitch into that chain 6 space. Then you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to perform 1 single crochet, 2 half double crochet, and 5 double crochet. 2 half doubles, 1 single. So there's our single. Now we're going to work 2 half doubles, 1, 2. Now we're going to work 5 doubles, 1, 2, 3. Now if you are putting stitch markers into the beginning or into the 3rd double crochets of your petals from the previous round, on this round you're going to want to do it too. So this would be the stitch that you put your stitch marker into. Okay, so there's 3, 4, and 5. Now we work 2 half double crochets all in the same space, and then a single crochet. Spread my stitches a little bit. And now we're going to go into the next chain 6 space with a slip stitch, a chain 1, a single crochet, 2 half double crochet, and 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 with 2 half double crochet and then 1 single crochet. Slip stitch to the next, chain 1, and then form 1 single crochet. So this is what it looks like as of right now. Yours should look like this as well. Okay, so you're working behind every other petal from round 5. You should have 2 springing out behind it. Okay, and then you will have 2 petals. Every other petal will be behind, which you'll be seeing as a peekaboo effect, just like here. See, it peekaboos out behind the 2 all the way around. The back one does. Okay, so finish that. You should have 16 petals, you should have 8 petals in color C, which is the color we just joined with, and this will give you a total of 16 petals when you finish. Join with a slip stitch into your beginning slip stitch and cut your yarn, and we're going back to color A, the center one here. When I've completed this round 7, I will get back with you to begin round number 8. Okay, so this is what it should look like. Yours should look just like this, other than the color difference. And so now we're going to begin with round number 8. You can join back with color A, or you can use another color. I think I'm going to, yeah, we're going to use this green here and get it used up for March here. Okay, so go back to your next color. You're going to join with a slip stitch. Remember, if you did do the stitch markers in the 3rd double crochet, awesome. Just find one that is on a front petal. So one of these front 4 petals here from color B, not color C, color B. So any of those will do just fine. I knew I should have done this for quickness, but anyway. So there, you're going to join into it with a slip stitch, and then you're going to chain 4. 2, 3, 4. Now you're going into the next one from color C into the 3rd double crochet. Let me see here. I have to find mine now. half, 1, 2, and 3. Now you're going to chain 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going back into color B. Right here into the 3rd double crochet. 1, 2, 3. And now you're going to chain 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going back into color C. Single half, 1, 2, 3 with a slip stitch. And now you're going to make your corner chain. So you're going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you're going to go into the 3rd double crochet of the next petal. 1, 2, 3 with a slip stitch, and then you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into color C petal, you're going to do it again, a slip stitch in the 3rd. I gotta find mine, guys. Single half, 1, 2, 3 with a slip stitch, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Going back into color B, 3rd double crochet, 1, 2, 3 with a slip stitch, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you're going to go into color C petal with a chain 4, or I'm sorry, with a slip stitch into the 3rd double crochet. 1, 2, 3. I give you guys tips and then I don't even use them myself, do I? Now you're going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go into color B, 3rd double crochet, slip stitch. 1, 2, 3. Chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go into the next petal, 3rd double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next petal, color B petal. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch, chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next petal, 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch. I think 2, 3. Yep, now we chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Into color B petal. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Color C petal. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Color B petal. Slip stitch into the 3rd double crochet, chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going into color C petal and you're working slip stitch. And then a chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're going to join the slip stitch into your beginning slip stitch here. Okay, round 9, we're going to slip stitch into the chain 4 space. So slip stitch over into the next chain 4 space, chain 1, and in the same space we're going to work 5 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In the next chain 4 space, we're going to work 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In the next chain 4 space, we're working 5 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now in our chain 8 space is where we make our corner stitches. It's going to be 5 double crochet, chain 2, 5 double crochet, all into the chain 8 space. So 5 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 2. 5 more double crochet into the same space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Spread your work out so it doesn't look so bunched up. There we go. Okay, next chain 4 space. 5 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next chain 4 space, put 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next space, 5 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then in the next chain 8 space is our corner. So we're going to work 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, chain 2, 5 more double crochet into the same chain 8 space. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so now there is our second corner. So you're going to repeat everything that we've done up until now. You're going to repeat it around. Next space is 5 half double. The next space is 5 single. Next would be 5 half double. And then in your corner, 5 double, chain 2, 5 double. Repeat so on and so on until you get to your next corner. Your last chain space here will be 5 double crochet, chain 2, 5 double crochet. Join with a slip stitch into your beginning half double crochet. When I've completed this, I will get right back with you. Oh, you should have 100 stitches all the way around. Okay, let me finish this. Okay, so this is what it looks like finished. Very lovely square, very well written square. So this one is called 16 Petals, number 77 out of your 365 days. So if you like the video, give it the thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. We'll try our best to get back to you as soon as possible. If you would like to join our crochet along, the link to the description is in the link to our crochet along is in the description down below. And yeah, if you're not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button so you can be updated as soon as our video goes live. And remember, as always, our videos go live before pattern goes live. Okay? So until next time, everybody, happy hooking.